Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. In the last episode, we were back in Skyhold. We were getting ready to begin another round of companion talks, and there is only one person that we can start with. We have to start with Varric. I mean, come on, we did sacrifice his best friend. Like, if there is anyone we should be starting with, it's Varric.
Did I ever tell you about the time Hawke was on a Merchant Guild hit list? Hawke's uncle got into an investment scheme with a couple of merchant caste businessmen. They took a lot of people's coin in order to arrange the import of wandering hills from the Anderfells. A delicacy, I'm told. Their weird, foreign foodstuffs arrived alive, and one of them, true to its name, wandered off in the middle of the night.
I'm sorry, Varric, if it helps tell the story and we can hug him. Aenor, she doesn't like flirting with people, but she's not opposed to physical affection of any kind, and Varric is a very dear friend. Like I said, she gained no pleasure from leaving Amelia in the Fade. She wasn't like, fuck her, I hate Hawke, I'm gonna leave her behind. Like, she wasn't being a dick, it was just the simple fact of, I have to leave either a war hero from the Fifth Blight and a respected Grey Warden, or a woman. Like, that was the choice that she was left with. Someone who, basically with a lot of power, who was very respected versus some randomer. And it brought her no pleasure, and I do think at the time she was thinking, what will Varric say? What will Varric say? But I just can't leave Alistair behind. I simply can't. So she'd go in for the hug, I think.
Shit. The guild traced the shipments to Hawke's uncle, but as usual, he was so far in debt he couldn't see daylight. So they went after Hawke instead. They sent guys from the local carter to Hawke's estate one night. 5 big dusters, armed to the teeth. They kick in the door, and Hawke yells, "You're just in time," and drags them over to a game of Wicked Grace. They played 2 hands of cards before the city guard showed up to take them away. A couple of them became regulars in our weekly game. Hawke just had that effect on people. I always wanted to tell that one. Thanks. I guess I've got some letters to write. There's a few people who should know what happened. Excuse me.
Oh, that line at the end, he says there's a few people who would want to know. He says that because Amelia had no one left by the end of the game. If your lover survives, then he'll say, oh, Fenris would want to know about this, or Isabella would want to know this, or Anders would want to know about this. If you don't have a lover, but you have a sibling, then he'll say Bethany or Carver would want to know about this. And if Hawke was all alone, they had no family, they had no lover, then it's some people will want to know about this. Oh, Varric, buddy. Like I said, Aenor feels so guilty for Varric. She does feel badly for Hawke too. Hawke was a randomer, but she was still a person. She was still a person at the end of the day with thoughts and feelings, and, you know, Aenor feels bad that she's probably dead, but Varric is a really good friend. I think she'd feel more guilt for him for what he's going through than anything else, really. Oh, buddy.
Sorry, I really need to write some letters. Another time, all right?
Okay, fair dues. Fair dues, he doesn't have anything else to say. Oh.
Inquisitor.
Alright, hi there. Oh, it's... God, that... I say it was an easy decision. And it was. It was an easy decision. But she still feels guilty about it. She does feel guilty.
I understand you have spared the Grey Wardens from destroying what goodwill was left them. 'Tis good of you, considering the weakness Corypheus exploited was their own doing. Still, should a true archdemon one day arise, they will no doubt be needed. Or so they would have us believe.
Aha. Thank you for your insight, Morrigan. We do have something new. Excellent. Yeah, you know about elven lore, then.
You seem to know a great deal about elven lore.
The Dalish are not the only ones interested in the distant past, Inquisitor. Indeed, my skills allow me access to places the Dalish dare not even dream of. The ancient elves hold secrets they have not yet given up. Secrets about the foundation of Thedas itself. Thus, they are my focus. Corypheus clearly feels the same.
And anything new here?
I'd like to know more about you.
If you have questions, then ask.
Okay, nothing. Good stuff.
I'll leave you to the garden.
As you like.
Well, I do hope that you and Kieran are settling into Skyhold just fine.
Inquisitor, the soldiers say you banished the demons at Adamant and freed the Grey Warden mages. I understand from Sister Leliana that the truth is somewhat more complex, but no less extraordinary. She said that you spoke with a figure in the Fade that seemed to be the soul of divine Justinia. I suspect many of the faithful would like to know what Justinia told you.
I learned the truth. Nothing, it wasn't her. I cannot say. Ooh. This does put Aenor into a bit of a quandary here. She never believed that she was the Herald of Andraste. She never believed that she was touched by the Maker. And she was very insistent on that with her companions. However, she did also acknowledge that to the people of Thedas, they need something to believe in. They need something to bring them comfort. And this story of me being touched by Andraste and being her herald, being her messenger, it's bringing a lot of people hope. So you know what? Publicly, I won't say anything. This makes me really uncomfortable. I don't like it. But I'll just smile and nod, and with the people around me, they're the people that I'll, like, oi, stop calling me that. Don't do that. I don't believe in that. Like, can you not, please? And I do think that part of the reason that she was smiling and nodding was because she didn't know what did happen. She didn't think it was Andraste the Maker, but it could have been. There was a very slight chance that it could have been. She didn't know for certain, but that's the thing. She didn't know what happened. It could have been the Maker. Hell, a magical fairy dragon could have come down and breathed fire on her, and that's what gave her the anchor. Hell, maybe... I'm trying to think of a Mass Effect reference, but I don't really know Mass Effect. Maybe a robot guy could have come down and said, does this unit have an anchor? And then gave it her. I don't know what that reference is. I know that Cowl references it at one point in the game, but I don't know Mass Effect. I don't know that series at all. But, like, anything could have happened to her. So there was a chance that she actually was the Herald of Andraste, and the Maker was involved. She would have been very shocked. She would have been like, what? Pardon? Excuse me? This is not how I foresaw this going. Excuse me? Like, she would have been extremely shocked, but if it had turned out to be true, then, I think she would have accepted the mantle, but now that she does know for definite what happened, can she remain silent? it was, I think, in part, it was the, you know, like, I need to be inspiring. So many people are looking to me, so I need to be inspiring, so I shouldn't really say anything. And also, I don't know what did happen. If I say, no, it wasn't the Maker, no, it wasn't Andraste, then people are going to follow that up with, well, then who was it? What happened? And I don't know. It's a scary answer. In a time of uncertainty, you look for things that you can be certain in. In a way, it being the divine is incredibly inspiring. Yes, it's sad. It's sad that she got murked by demons, but, you know, she gave her life saving a Dalish elf. Like, that was an incredibly kind thing to do for the, you know, that considering that she was the leader of a faith that has continuously put down the Dalish, that has hunted the Dalish. And I'm not saying they did that unfairly. Like I said, Aenor knows the Dalish can be dicks. There are some good Dalish and there are some dickhead Dalish. There are some Dalish who absolutely do act like bandits and are complete arseholes and deserve to be hunted. But that's not every Dalish, and the Chantry has kind of, you know, instilled this fear of like, oh, they're all bandits, they're all like this, they're all bad, they're all going to hell, or whatever their version of hell is. Like, this is an organisation that has really gone after her people, and the Divine, the leader of that group, was saying, go, run, like, go on ahead, like, it's fine, like, she was pushing her to get to safety. She wasn't like, oi, elf, oi, knifey, come back here and save me. No, she was encouraging Aenor to go, like, that is inspiring. That is a really meaningful sacrifice. And I don't think Aenor would want to hide that.
She helped me remember what happened at the Conclave. The Maker didn't give me the mark on my hand. I was struck in battle. And Andraste didn't send me. The figure everyone saw was Divine Justinia.
So it is as you have always maintained. You must feel quite vindicated.
I mean... Ooh. It does make her feel vindicated. Because everyone has dismissed her feelings and opinions. Like, she said countless times, this makes me feel so uncomfortable. Can you not? And... oh my god, I've forgotten her name. Giselle, there we go. I was thinking Ginevra, and I'm like, it's not that. Giselle was one of the main people who was like, yeah, I don't care about your opinions. You're touched by Andraste. Oh, it's making you feel uncomfortable. Well, it's a good thing that you're uncomfortable. You're the Herald of Andraste. Like, Giselle properly was like, I don't give a shit about your thoughts and opinions. My opinions are correct. What I say goes. My opinions are the only ones that matters. I do think she'd feel vindicated on some level. She'd also feel worried. What's everyone gonna think? Will this make them feel despair? Will this make them, you know, feel sad and depressed and they'll give up the fight? But yeah, on some level she probably does feel very vindicated. This makes it easier. The entire idea was foolish. Quite the reverse, in fact. It doesn't matter. She probably does think the idea was foolish, because why would... if there is a maker, if there is a god or gods of this realm, why would they bother with Aenor? Aenor is just a regular-ass person. That's what she's always maintained. She is no better than anyone else. She is just a regular person. And the idea that a god would take a special interest in her is very absurd and very bizarre. But this is worded in such a way that I'm kind of like, it'll probably come out as like, everyone who believed it was a fucking idiot. I hate the Chantry. Fuck the lot of, like, I'm just like, this is going to be so aggressive. I can tell. I can feel it in my bones. So I'm going to go for this one.
I'm relieved to have any worries about Andraste or the Maker put aside. This is now a battle of mortals and magic. one we can win.
Then I will save my own ruminations upon faith and belief, and simply pray for your success, Inquisitor. It is wise that you do not let what happened in the Fade spread, however. Some would not understand. Now, is there anything I can help you with?
I see that Josephine is covering that up, spreading rumours and the like. Probably Josephine and Liliana. But also, that was a very classy way of putting it. You know, I'm just glad to have any questions about the Maker and Andraste put to the side. This is now a mortal battle. A battle of, you know, mortals and like, that was a very classy way of putting it, Aenor. Good job. We've heard all of this before. I think we're good.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Indeed, that's Thren. I don't need to speak to you. You're fine. Do you have anything?
There is a problem that needs your attention, Inquisitor.
Surprising that didn't appear on the minimap, but still, good thing I stopped to speak to her. Hello, Maeve. I hope you're doing great. Now then, we do have a new Trials reward. I should probably go and grab that now, just so I don't forget about it. And then after that, I think I'm going to make my way over to Josephine, go deal with the war table, and then I'm thinking Vivienne. Going that way. Oh, hell. Oh, my flippin' heck. Flippin' heck. Oh. Okay, even more. Oh, my God. And Fate touched Great Bear Hide. Oh. Hell, please tell me. What? Where? Was it schematics? I'm guessing those must have been schematics then.
Pitter patter, up and at it.
Let me see that. Okay, there. Ooh. Oh, hello. No, I wanna look at it. Ooh. I'm not ready to begin crafting everyone's endgame equipment yet, but that is tempting. I've always said I prefer swords for Aenor. I prefer swords for her over, you know, war hammers or great axes or whatever. There we go. I will admit, I tend to give her the same endgame weapon because I think it suits her. I'm not going to say what it is just yet. You'll have to wait and find out, but it is very pretty.
We've an interesting development, Inquisitor. A petition from citizens of Valroyal. They wish to know what Andraste said to you in the Fade.
They think she spoke to me.
Even Liliana can't trace the rumor's origin. It may be expedient to respond to those asking for Andraste's words.
Oh, but I never saw Andraste. That's the thing. It was the Divine.
It's not Andraste who saved me.
Few people outside Skyhold know it was Divine Justinia who delivered you from the Fade. You could attempt to tell Valroyal citizens the truth, though it may not be as inspiring as they hope.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I think I was going to say, I thought this was tell them I do not speak for her. If that's tell her I do speak for her. No, and this feels very hollow. This feels incredibly hollow, so it's between tell them nothing and tell them it wasn't Andraste. Oh. This is hard. this is really hard, because like I said, this entire time, Aenor has put all of this pressure on herself because she wants to be inspiring. It's not so much that she wants to be inspiring, it's more so the fact that she needs to be inspiring. If you get what I'm saying, you know, she understands that this is a really tough time, people are looking for guidance, and they are looking to me. If they see me falter, if they see me fall, then their moods will plummet. And if morale drops so low, then people will just stop fighting. They'll just give up. They'll lay down and die. And I don't want that. So I'll smile and nod. I'll be polite. I'll say nothing when everyone's going on about, like, oh, she's the Herald of Andraste, blah, 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 blah. I won't argue that point with regular people because I know they need someone to be inspiring. But now she knows the truth. Now she knows it definitively that it was the divine. And she feels... I think she feels inspired by the divine. That was such a moving sacrifice. She gave her life so that Aenor could live. Telling them nothing may result in the rumor getting bigger, or it may result in them losing hope. Because, like, oh, what if Andraste said something bad to her? What if it was a prophecy of doom or something? You know, maybe that's why she won't tell us what she said. Like, I think I would describe Aenor as a fairly honest person. She does lie occasionally, like, everyone lies, but I think typically her lies are... they're good-intentioned lies. Like, I don't know, you know, telling a child that, oh, daddy's gone away on business, but, you know, he loves you very much and all of that, rather than telling them, yeah, daddy ditched you because he wanted to go fuck his new girlfriend and gamble, like, and he hates you, like, lies like that, lies that are like, I want to protect you, like, this is something traumatic that I don't necessarily think you can deal with. Maybe in the future, then yeah, but for right now, like in the scenario I presented, this is a small child who does not deserve to have the knowledge of my father doesn't really like me all that much. Like, better for them to think that they have a loving parent who is working hard, who can't spend time with them, than know that they have a neglectful father who doesn't give a shit about them. When they're older and capable of understanding, tell them the truth then, but when they're a kid, let them be a kid. Like, it's lies like that, well-intentioned lies. I think she'd want the divine sacrifice to be known, if I'm being honest.
Tell them the Inquisition's position is that the divine saved me from the Fade, not Andraste.
Very well. Some of the devout will be discouraged, but it will placate the Chantry.
It's unfortunate, but I think Aenor's conscience wouldn't sit right with her, you know, glossing over everything that the divine did, you know, and, you know, like, oh, it was Andraste, this person that I don't believe was holy, yeah, we're gonna give them the credit. I don't think her conscience would allow that.
Yes?
Anything to report?
What do the people make of us?
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pledged its support to us.
Okay, any guess?
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
You've already met Grand Cleric Marceline. Lady Vivienne helped arrange the visit. The timing is most curious.
Why?
Word has circulated that Grand Cleric Marceline will be instrumental in choosing our next divine. What are Lady Vivienne's intentions, I wonder?
I wonder what Vivienne could be angling for. She's only a very shrewd, politically savvy woman who understands the game and everything it entails. Oh, she couldn't be up to anything. No. I love Vivienne. I love her so much. Okay, where were we? Okay. Protect Valgamord from Darkspawn. Inquisitor. The Grey Wardens fought bravely and with great skill. The town of Valgamord was saved, and the Wardens themselves took few casualties. They await further commands. Commander Cullen. New operation unlocked. Find source of Darkspawn attacks. Good stuff. Unmask those across the sea. Compliments to your spymaster. She is a resourceful woman. Once she traced our agents to Cayman Bray, the match was ruled in her favour. Tell Sister Liliana to call off her dogs. Save them for Corypheus. We suspect also that she has gotten all she can from Sir Helmuth. A caterpillar on a leaf does not know there is a forest around him. You will hear no more from us. Our intention was to watch, and we have seen enough. Corypheus threatens us all, and the Inquisition is Thaddeus' only hope for stopping him. Remember that, for the moment, we are not your enemy. As a gesture of goodwill, we share our knowledge. May it prove valuable in your coming battle. On behalf of powers across the sea, the Executors. I hope we get more information on this group in Dragon Age 4. They are rather intriguing. And meet Orlesian mercenaries. The Bull's charges met with several mercenary bands. Most were willing to break their contracts. Your ambassador must have loosened the nobles up. Some just needed an excuse to bow out of any potential rebellion. The Orlesian nobles on our side were grateful to us for weakening their enemies. That gratitude should soon fill the Inquisition's coffers. Lieutenant Cremisius Aclasi. Good stuff. Now then, I'ma figure out where I'm sending everyone, so be right back. Okie doke, and I have moved over to the Ferelden side of the map. I think we should focus on this area for a little while. First things first, protect Clan Lavellan and Wycombe. Darlene, thanks to the efforts of your Inquisition, Clan Lavellan is safe within the city of Wycombe, and Duke Antoine's mad efforts to destroy us have ended with his death. For now, I lead both our clan and the elves of this city, while the human merchants have formed a group that deals with us fairly and honourably. The other cities of the Free Marches listen to the false stories of the nobles who fled. I fear they will retaliate, but I am loath to flee this city, as that would effectively leave the city elves to die for our actions. If you have a path that leads to safety for our people, I welcome your advice. Dareth Shiral, Keeper Istime Thoriel Lavellan. Yes, so this whole situation, I'ma go through it for you in case you can't remember. Basically, the Dalish were being attacked by bandits. However, we discovered that the bandits were under the employ of Duke Antoine of Wycombe. Apparently, Wycombe has been suffering the plague. However, the elves have been completely unaffected, and Duke Antoine was blaming them for the disease. I believe he was calling it the Elven Plague, something like that. And it was looking a lot like he was gonna have a purge on the alienage and kill all the elves. So we smuggled Clan Lavellan in. We also learned that the wells in the human part of town had red cleaning crystals. It's red lyrium. The plague was that they were suffering from, red lyrium addiction. And the crystals hadn't been placed into the wells in the alienage. And of course, the elves can only drink from their wells. We wouldn't want the human wells polluted with elven saliva. Ew, no. Duke Antoine was being advised by a Venatori agent. That's why there was red Loreen in the wells. We managed to sneak Clan Llewellyn into the city to stop the purge, and basically, as soon as the humans, like, it was the merchants, as soon as they realised, wait, we've been poisoned? Antoine was poisoning us? We're gonna side with the elves. Fuck this. Y'all are crazy. And Antoine was killed, a load of the nobles fled, and that is what has led to this situation with the clan now in charge of the city. I think, if you remember, Wycombe is where Aenor's mother came from. This is where her maternal family is. So I do think... Oh, there goes my timer. Whoops. Yeah, I do think Aenor's like, oh, I hope my granddad survived. I hope he survived. I hope my grandmother survived. My uncles, aunts, cousins, I hope they're doing okay. She would take this very seriously. Who's saying what? Josephine says, my diplomats may still be able to convince the remaining marchers to listen to reason. And Cullen says, if we negotiate, the marchers will kill the elves, then send apologies. We must fortify the city. Yeah. Aenor does prefer to be diplomatic, but this is her family. This is her family. And I think so far she has kind of been hiding her involvement with the clan, just because she knows that there would be people who would try to track them down, either to harass them or, you know, try to be helpful, but probably be a bit of a nuisance. So she has been kind of hiding which clan she comes from. But right now, this is going to look like a hostile takeover. Aenor knows that full well. The nobles who are fleeing to other cities, they're going to say, oh, this is Red Crossing 2.0. The Dalish have all gone mental and they've attacked the city and they're sieging it. Like, we need to get in there fast.
Inquisitor.
You know, we need to go in numbers. This is not something that we can talk afterwards. We can talk afterwards, but she's not gonna risk, you know, sending diplomats. And it's like, oh, you sent a diplomat to a sword fight. Great. Next up, locate the missing Seekers. The attack on Haven showed that Corypheus corrupted and controlled the Templar Order. This should have been impossible under the watch of her fellow Seekers, but they, and particularly Lord Seeker Lucius, are nowhere to be found. Have they vanished? Or, as Cassandra believes, was something done to them? With effort, the truth may come to light. Liliana. Cullen is not participating. Liliana says the Seekers have many secret hideaways, according to Cassandra. These would be the first places agents should search. I'm sorry I'm slurring my words a wee bit. I'm a tad thirsty and it's the end of the episode, so someone must have seen these Seekers or given them safe harbor. Entice them with a reward and leads will follow. Let's just search the hideaways, I think. That would probably be the quickest thing.
Inquisitor.
And lastly, Harvest of History. A letter from the Inquisition Apothecary, Ellen Vermal, directed to the Inquisitor alone. Inquisitor, I am not, by several estimations of character, a nice person. As they say, one must have a past to carve a future. Do they say that? Perhaps I should clarify that I say that. And for my own reasons, I am here and I serve. I trust that you see the value in that and would invest in protecting it. Certain resources of mine are in the hands of another. Said person helped create my recipes. The value of my work is lessened if it is duplicated elsewhere. It is not a matter of recovery so much as denial. Who knows who might receive benefits of this brewing doppelganger? You are free to ignore this situation, but would it not be better for the resources of the Inquisition to be unique if this person were simply gone? The location of a freehold follows, and the name Isthmus Goodson. Flipping heck, that's a mouthful of a name. Cullen says, the hold is near to Vinter territory that is unknown or in dispute. If we are to hobble this person on a hunch, raise the fields, but do not stoop to outright killing. Liliana says, we're hardly in a place to be precious about a single life. You decide what serves our cause, and we will see it done. And Josephine says, if we have doubts about this person, it is a simple matter to have a local lord imprison him in relative comfort for the duration of our concern. We can't just kill him. We can't kill him because he used to work with her and then he no longer does. No. And raising the fields, we'd be screwing over a bunch of people. Multiple people will rely on those fields, not just one man. Just have him put in prison, a comfortable prison, just for a little while. Like, this is the least dodgy of the options, I think.
At your service.
There we go, good stuff. Alrighty then, and with that, I am out of time for this episode. In the next one, we will go and have a chat with Vivienne and start making our way round from there. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.